What's going on, everyone? Aaron here, Clean Cuts Lawn Care. It is Thursday. You can see as far as the weather goes, it's beautiful outside. It's about 45-50 degrees, but that means there's no snow. We've only had 2 snow events this year. They are calling for a little bit of snow tomorrow and some next week. I don't know what type of accumulation we're talking about, but I don't know. It's been very slow this winter, and me and Vicky had a conversation 2 nights ago, and we are going to be changing up some things within our company, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Let's do a quick update. So yesterday, about a week ago, we got a request for an estimate for a commercial property. Now, we don't have any commercial properties, but we did go ahead yesterday, do the estimate. Basically what we would be required to do is spring cleanup, mowing for the year, and fall cleanup, and any trimming the property would need. The only trimming that property would need is they have a rear tree line against the rear of the property, and that tree line could need trimmed up maybe once a year. So I went ahead and put in the estimate yesterday. We did, just to be straight up, we did go a little bit high on the price. I don't think we went so high that we wouldn't get it, but I did make sure they knew that this price does include the haul away and disposal of debris for spring and fall cleanup. That the mowing price was full service price, edging, trimming, mowing, blowing. So I think we have a fair chance at getting it, and I hope we do get it, because like I said, that would be our first commercial property. Just going there and doing the estimate, walking around the property, was a good experience, because well, I've never been a commercial property before. So just that was helpful in itself, and I do hope we get it so we can start moving in that direction, in a bigger direction. So then today, really had nothing going on, so I had to come to the shop. I just wanted to drop a couple things off, move a couple things around. One of the things I wanted to do was, this whole area here had rusted really bad, very fast this winter. I mean, quick. Like, it went from chrome to rust in a couple days, it seemed like. So I wanted to grind as much rust off as I could and paint it, and I just used Rust-Oleum. But me and Vicky had just had a conversation yesterday about how many vehicles we see that their plugs are literally just hanging from the wires, and these are vehicles even that are using them, right? And these are the things that we really keep an eye on all the time, you know, just trying to make sure our things stay good. So I was grinding this, and then this section had some paint right here, right on top, and I'm just trying to knock off the paint, and I look over, and here this is dangling by the wires, sure enough. And you can see all they used to install these are these little tack screws. They're not in there very good. So as soon as it broke, I mean, there's no way I was gonna leave it that way. I went ahead, and all I had was these carriage bolts here. Thankfully I had the nuts for them too. I didn't have any washers though, so I had to drill through here, open up the holes, drill through the plate that goes on top here, open up those holes, and then bolt it down. I definitely didn't bolt it down too much, you know, like very, very hard, because I don't want it busting through there at all. But it's secure. And then I pulled my trailer out, hooked it up, or not hooked it up, but plugged it in, you know, just to make sure everything's working good, and it is. So, I mean, these are the kind of things that that's where the saying "it's always something" comes from, because it is. It's always something that happens like this, that you're just constantly fixing, constantly doing. So these are the ramps that the snow blower goes up. to get into the back of the truck. Also, when we use a 30-inch, if we only have the truck for whatever reason, same ramps we would use for that. Well, the snow blower likes to slip around on those ramps, okay? I did look at that grip tape where you could just kind of run the tape up here, but a lot of the reviews I read said as soon as it gets wet on the edges of that tape, it peels off or it starts to lift up. And so I didn't want to deal with that, being that it's going to get wet every single time we go out for snow removal. So I painted it with truck bed liner. That way it has a little bit of grip to it. And hopefully that's going to give it enough grip. I mean, you can see where it's kind of rough here because it has that truck bed liner finish. So I'm hoping that's going to give it enough grip to where the snow blower doesn't want to slide around as I'm going up into the truck or down off of the truck. So I said some changes are coming, and that's really what I wanted to make the video about. And yes, they are coming. I talked to a couple local business owners I know, same kind of companies, and you know, they do commercial properties for snow removal. You know, they don't really do residential, but that's where they started off, was doing residential. And even though, well, even with them doing commercial, like my one buddy, there's only been 2 snow events. Same for us. You know, he told me that last month he didn't even make enough to cover his bills for the business and for him personally. So yeah, winter right now is rough. So I said, hey man, I told him me and Vicky were talking, and we're gonna, from now on for snow, we're gonna charge for the entire season. And you know, I said I wanted to know what a good way to go about doing that is. We have a number in mind because we have to price it to where we cannot lose. You know, you definitely don't want to be in that situation, because once you cover or get paid for that whole season, you're going out as soon as that snow gets to where, you know, people are going to want it removed. Which is the same now, but it's different when someone's paying you per service and when they're paying for that whole year. Because this last snow event, which we only did 9 houses for, I'll tell you what happened. They claimed we were going to get 3 to 4 inches. It had rained for a day and a half leading up to the snow, and then, I mean, we literally were outside and we watched the snow, or the rain, turn into snow. But the accumulation was super slow, and it basically never got to, it was so borderline that it really wasn't worth going out for. The 9 we did go out and do was because we knew that those customers would want it done no matter what. And 2 people actually called, or 3 people actually called us and said, hey, you know, I know it's not super bad, but you know, I still would like mine done. So we went and did 9. But here's what happened during that snowstorm. Not even snowstorm, you know, the little snow we got. My phone was blowing up. Text messages from customers. Hey Aaron, don't bother doing mine, just skip right over us. Well, directly in our service agreement, it states very clearly that once you are signed up with us, you don't dictate whether we do the service or not. Recurring service, that is, mowing, snow removal. That decision is up to us. So now in this instance, like I said, it was so borderline that I, you know, it's not that I cared that they said don't come for this one. I just cared that they were saying don't come at all, because you signed our service agreement. You know that the option of you calling and saying don't come is no longer in your hands. And we're not going to do that. The company has to make money. The company has to be profitable. And you signed up with us, so you know you're going to be spending money, and that's what it's going to be. Now the number we're talking about for the entire year, you know, we're thinking 500 for a basic residential, which is really all we have. Right? We don't have any huge driveways. We don't have any driveways that are as long as this, right? Our driveways are from where I'm at to the end of that building, maybe a little bit longer. I mean, they're honestly your cookie cutter properties. Is 500 too much? I don't know, but I know I don't want it to not be enough. I mean, what everyone thinks we're gonna get slammed in February here with the snow. What about if in February I go out 7 times in 1 month? I mean, so feel free to put down in the comments any suggestions, any price suggestions, just any suggestions to go about this. You know, help me out here. Also, another thing that we want to change. For the past 2 seasons of mowing, if we didn't mow your property, we didn't charge you for the week. Now we have met now several people who charge by the month, and that amount gets paid no matter what. If they skip it for a week because it didn't grow, they same monthly amount. Now, I wouldn't be comfortable charging that amount and nothing happening on your property whatsoever. What I would be comfortable with is having a clause that says if the grass doesn't grow, we're still going to spend 25 minutes on your property doing property maintenance or some sort of upkeep that's within our skill realm, right? Or our skill level, whatever you want to say. Probably the only thing I would not include would be shrub trimming, because that's just a whole separate thing. You don't want to trim 1 shrub and have 8 more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be something that's going to be done within a 25 to 30 minute time frame, in my opinion. But that way, we're still charging for that week's service once we run their credit card or collect payment from them, whatever it may be. So, also, again, any suggestions, any feedback, maybe you have a service that you do when the grass doesn't grow, but you still charge. Let me know, please. I'm not one of those people that's like, don't tell me what to do. No, I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to ideas. Just let me know. So, all right, guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update of what we got going on. Some changes we're looking to make, and we can't be making decent money, good money, profitable 7 to 8 months a year, and then have a winter like this. We just can't do it, you know. This is very depressing right now, the way this winter is going. So, quick look at the shop, same as it's been. Everything's covered up because of the snow that got in here during that first storm. Yep, that's about it. So, all right, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go back home. All right, if you liked the video, hit like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know everything I'm doing wrong, and keep them edges clean, boys. I'm out.